Hi, welcome to another episode of Look Ma No Hands. My name is Linda, and this is my channel where I talk about all things crochet, yarn related, sometimes art, what I'm reading, what I've been watching, and anything else that's going on in my life. So yeah, if this is your first time stopping by, thanks for taking a chance on my video. If you like what you see, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to come back for more, I would love it if you would subscribe. And for those of you that have already subscribed, thank you so much for being part of this journey with me and always coming back to watch the latest and greatest of what I've been up to. So yeah, I appreciate the support and just really enjoy everybody's comments and the fun we've been having. So this week I don't have anything crochet related to wear on the episode. I finished another honor roll vest. I tried on the one from last week and wasn't super thrilled with how it fit. It fit okay, but it just wasn't perfect. So I do have somebody in mind that might be a better fit for it. So I'll be reaching out to them to see if they want it. I made a second one. I really wanted it to be in the off-white color that I made the first one in last week. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to make a second one in off-white, so I pulled out like a kind of minty green color, very pastel, that would still look nice with the outfit that I was planning. Stitched the whole thing up and decided that I still don't really like the way it fit. I'm bad. I never check my gauge, and so that probably is why I keep ending up with garments that aren't fitting. But I hate doing gauge swatches, so maybe I'm gonna have to break down and just do it and see what the heck my problem is when it comes to stitching this particular garment. Or maybe it's just not for me, like, I don't know, but it looks so cute in the picture, and yeah, I'm just like super disappointed, so I don't know. Also, the book is intended for like teens, so maybe the measurements aren't exactly appropriate for a grown-up body. I don't know. But it just doesn't fit quite the way I want it to. So I might wear it just because it's cute. It just doesn't feel right. So yeah, if I can't feel comfortable in the vest, I might have to think of something else to go with the pants that I want to wear, because the pants that I bought a week or so ago fit so nice and they look so good. Didn't have to have any tailoring done at all for my short little legs. So finding a pair of pants that fit so well off the rack is like a miracle. Like, never happens for me. So I'm excited about the pants, but I just don't know what top to wear. So we'll see what I come up with, because I do have a big event that I want to wear this outfit for. Next week I will be presenting at educators conference, which I'm super excited about. So I want to look cute for when I'm on in front of the audience and doing my thing. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's what I've been stitching this week, was that honor roll vest. And like I said, it looks cute on the hanger, but I'm not a hanger, I'm like a person, so I don't know. So I guess I can move on to what I've been reading. This week I only finished one book. Halfway through a second book, but we'll talk about that next week. The book that I finished this week is called Gone Before Goodbye by Reese Witherspoon and Harlan Coben. This is kind of like a thriller sci-fi mystery type of book. The main character is a military veteran I believe her name is Maggie. She has some PTSD going on from being in combat. She's a surgeon, and at some point when she comes back from one of her missions, she gets back into kind of like, I guess you could say like civilian life, and she's working at a hospital and goes into surgery, and she was not coping well with her PTSD. And during that surgery, some things happened that caused her to lose her license, and just a lot of like hubbub with her her professional life. In the meantime, she's also dealing with her husband's death and just all kinds of things that go on with that. Her sister is trying to kind of help her through all of her trauma and like her turmoil, and her sister created an app for her that kind of generates an AI version of her late husband. So she's been kind of using that as like a crutch to cope with her loss there, and that plays into a big part of like the thriller part of her experience. Like she gets hired by some rich guy to do some kind of surgeries that she's like, well, I'm no longer licensed, like I can't be doing this. He offers her a large sum of money to do what he's asking, and pretty much tells her that she doesn't really have a choice in the matter, that bad things will happen to the people around her if she doesn't comply. So she gets very tangled in this kind of medical issue that she's got going on, where she doesn't really have the opportunity to say, I'm not interested in doing that. There's a lot of like goings on with all of that, like corruption and things like that. It's just a really exciting book. Like there isn't a moment when you're going through this story and like kind of getting bored, or at least I wasn't. I was trying really hard to like put the pieces together and figure out who knew what, and like what was going on, and like who were the bad guys. And it was a really good book. Like if you're into thrillers and mysteries and kind of like whodunit type stuff, this is definitely a book that you don't want to miss. It was narrated by Reese Witherspoon and Chris Pine and a few other people whose names I can't remember off the top of my head. But I really liked this book. Like it was just one that, as I was going through and listening, I almost didn't even realize like the chapters were ticking by. Like that's how good it was. Like all of a sudden I was like, wait, how many chapters did I just listen to? But it was super exciting. The ending was very satisfying with the ending. So many twists and turns, like things that when they popped up, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I did not anticipate that at all. But it was really good. So I highly recommend Gone Before Goodbye by Reese Witherspoon and Harlan Coben. And that's all I read this week, unfortunately. We've been watching General Hospital and getting very interested in some of the storylines there. They're kind of trying to bring Chase back to his old self again. I'm curious to kind of see what's going to happen with him when he realizes how wrong he was about Willow. Like, I just know that that's something that's kind of in the background right now that is going to come to the foreground, and he, I don't think, is going to do too good when he finds out all of that. So yeah, and then there's all of the storyline with the baby whose mom died giving birth, and all, like, it's all very interesting to see like how all that's going to unfold. So yeah, we've been watching Will Trent, which we really enjoy. Like I said, I just love the writing in that show, and it's very well acted, and all of the storylines that come along with that are doing really well. So that's exciting. We watched another episode this week of RJ Decker. I'm really enjoying that show, seeing the character development there and kind of learning all the characters. And yeah, it's just fun evening programming to get into. Um, this week's episode of 911 was so stressful. Tim and I both were on the edge of our seats, just like, it was intense. And we were talking about how it was just very stress inducing. But everything in the episode came out to a happy ending, so we were happy about that. 911 Nashville was great this week. I liked the storyline of the one firefighter that was going to get her big shot at becoming a recording artist, and how she didn't want to be a sellout. She rejected the opportunity because she didn't believe in the message that was coming across in the advertisement jingle that she was being presented with. So that was kind of cool to think about. Like, I wonder how many up and coming stars would actually like do that, you know, risk the future of their career to stand behind their beliefs. Like, I don't know, it just seemed very believable as a storyline. So that was fun. Grey's Anatomy, the storyline in there with the one cancer patient was very difficult to watch this week. I don't know, it just, again, the writing is so good when it comes to addressing a storyline that's kind of deep like that, and showing how the young doctor, showing Adams being so compassionate towards the patient to the point of like being dismissed from the case because his superior thought that he was getting a little too close to the patient to be an effective physician. So yeah, that was an interesting storyline. We've been watching the Ultimate Baking Championship on Food Network. Again, we love the competition shows. I really like the artistry of the bakes. I like to hear the backstories to the participants. Everybody always has like a really interesting backstories. So yeah, it's just kind of cool to see how their personal experiences kind of drive their artistry and things like that. So we've been enjoying that. It'll be fun to see everybody's progression through the season. So yeah, and I've been getting caught up on When Calls the Heart. Again, one of my favorite shows to watch every season. I'm loving the fact that Little Jack has decided this season that he doesn't want to be Little Jack anymore because he's not little. So Elizabeth asks him what he wants his name to be, and he says, just call me LJ. So now they're calling him LJ, and I think that's adorable. Letting that character kind of develop his own little personality and really kind of come into his own is exciting. And it's been kind of cool to see how they've been addressing the fact that he's becoming more aware of his biological father not being there, the fact that, you know, he was a Mountie and died in the line of service, and seeing how they're handling just helping him go through those emotions and process. And yeah, it's been a really cute storyline to watch, so that's been fun. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. Like I said, I've got that conference coming up, so I've been prepping for that this week, really trying to like get my head in the game, get ready, you know, get in the headspace for that presentation. And the other super big exciting event happening with my little brother getting married. Super excited for that. We've been doing a lot of just planning and getting ready to go and experience the union of my little brother and his fiance, now going to be husband and wife. I'm so excited. I get another little sister. So yeah, it will be fun. I will definitely be making sure to get plenty of pictures to share. We're getting all decked out, dolled up, and just so happy that they're gonna be together forever. So yeah, that's been my week in a nutshell. And like I said, if this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and for those of you that are my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back again this week. And I'm going to be so excited to be sharing all of the fun with you guys of all the wedding stuff in upcoming episodes. So see you then.